The forecast with Koin 6 Chief Meteorologist Bruce Sussman.
Well, beautiful weather out here on the West Coast, and let's start with our 24-hour forecast. We'll start with tonight's forecast first. 80 degrees at 7 o'clock. That's right, another beautiful night here in the Northwest. 9 o'clock, we're down to 73, and by 11 o'clock, we're at 65. And some high clouds passing through at times. We've got that going on right now. Tomorrow, we will also see more clouds at times passing through, around 60 at 8 a.m. At lunchtime, it's still dry and 70 degrees for your walk to lunch. And then finally, to finish out our Friday, how about a high of 81? I mean, that is tough to argue with, isn't it? Just beautiful. Outside right now, a live look from our Koin tower camera. Some blue sky up here, lots of high clouds streaming in. Show you what that's all about in a minute. And our current temperature, 83 degrees. Now, a bit of a north breeze that may pick up for a little while here this evening, as it tends to do this time of night because we get so warm inland and it's 25 degrees cooler along the coast. So we get some of that air forcing its way in. But right now, we continue to just sizzle. 81 in downtown Eastmoreland, you're at 80. 83 out in Tigard. Gresham currently 84 degrees, and Beaverton's at 86. We've got 83 in Salem and Corvallis and at PDX, and pushing 90 again over in the Dalles. In fact, our high temperatures today, 90s in the Dalles and Pendleton, almost made it there a lot of places east of the mountains. 85 in Salem, and Portland's high so far anyway, 83 degrees. But yesterday, we hit our high, closer to 6 o'clock, so we may still bump that up a degree. Now, the big picture really hasn't changed much the last few days. High pressure out here, blocking the storms by sending the storm track up to our north. I still think that's fundamentally true all the way through the weekend. But if you notice, there are some high clouds that kind of cut off from the system. Because the rain's getting close enough to us up north, some of the high clouds from that system dragging across our skies tonight. And I think they will continue to come across at times tomorrow. Here's a look at the rain and cloud forecast. And I have a wider view than normal because you can see this system and all the rain up there. We don't have to deal with that. May get some sprinkles in Seattle. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Notice we're on the edge here. So some of us wake up with clouds in the morning. Others, it's just a nice sunny start to the day again. And high pressure eats away at this. That's lunchtime. And then we go all the way to 8 o'clock tomorrow night. There's really nothing significant for us from the system. So I think, passing clouds is about all we have. Then here we are Saturday morning, Grand Floral Parade morning. Patchy morning clouds in the valley. Otherwise, we're going to keep the sunshine going. Is that not incredible? 81 for a high tomorrow in Salem. We'll have 60s along the coast. Central and eastern Oregon, another hot day for you. A lot of 80s, maybe a couple degrees cooler. 70s and 80s through the gorge, and 64 up at Government Camp. Now, here in the metro area, we start in the mid-50s tomorrow. We end up at 81. And the clouds are going to pass through. It's slightly cooler than the weather we had today. Looking at the weekend, the big thing is Grand Floral Parade forecast. When it starts, morning clouds and 57 degrees. When it ends in early afternoon, sunny skies and 72. Now that is tough to top. Our cooling trend is on track for next week, but again, nothing significant, maybe a few showers by midweek next week. That is it. Now last night, I was telling you when you could look and where to look to see the International Space Station. That's going to be back in our skies tonight. And coming up at 5:30, I've got the updated information on when you can see that thing. Because a lot of people saw it last night, and I want you to have the chance to do the same thing tonight.
It's pretty cool if you haven't seen it before. We went up to the top of the Koin Tower that one year and watched it.
Exactly.
It was pretty neat.